He's the second most athletic quarterback in the draft behind Lamar, but I believe his arm is the best in the draft class. So if you look at it and says that now, but if I were to take, let's just say for the sake of argument, Skip, he went to a Power 5 school. With his tools, there's no question in my mind he's the #1 pick in the draft. No question in my mind, but it was because he went to Wyoming. Because, Skip, I mean, you see the throws that he's making. He can move and throw the ball on the move like a much smaller. You don't realize how big he is. He's 6'5.5", easy 240, and he has a cannon for an arm.
He does.
And the thing that you always concern yourself with, Skip, with a guy that has a strong arm is his accuracy. Because sometimes the ball, he's throwing it so hard, the ball sails on him, and he gets away from him. But he made a throw last night on an end cut, what we call a dagger route, where he threw the ball over Fred Warner.
Yeah.
Skip, not very many quarterbacks can make that throw. Not very many quarterbacks have the moxie to say, you know what, I can get it there. And when you look at him, his legs, his ability to throw on the move, the ability to throw in the pocket, to get off a script, Skip, knowing what we know now, it's easy to say that. But I believe had he gone to a Power 5 school, he would have been the #1 pick in the draft. And that was the only reason that he wasn't, is because he went to Wyoming. He's from Ohio State, Michigan, or one of these, like I said, any Power 5 school. With that kind of talent, Skip, he's going #1. He's going #1. He's Drew Bledsoe. More athletic, big arm, because Skip, Drew could throw it 80 yards, but he's more mobile than Drew.
Way more.
So, yeah, Skip, I'm impressed. I mean, he has the third time this year, Skip, he's had 3 games with 375, 3 touchdowns, and no interceptions.
Yep.
You talk about Big Ben in the MVP discussion, you might need to mention him.
Okay, so I told you before the year, I love the Bills. I wish I'd had the guts to pick the Bills to win the AFC because I picked Lamar and company just because I thought they were due. They were right on the precipice, and I thought it was going to be Lamar's.
You picked them as a playoff team?
I did.
You want to pick the Bills to win the AFC? The whole shebang?
Yeah.
Get to Tampa.
No, I was thinking about it before the year. I told you that on opening day, whenever we picked, on the Friday before the opener. Okay, now back to Josh Allen. He had an extraordinary game last night. That's just like you didn't do a whole lot wrong in that game.
He didn't.
The knock on him, the concern that I still have about him is his accuracy because the arm is so big. And I watched him one game at Wyoming. I think it was against Boise State. I think it was, but now I'm not sure about that.
Right.
But he was shaky. His body language was shaky. He wasn't sure of himself. So his rookie year, he completed 53% of his passes, not good enough.
Not good.
But he improved to 59% a year ago, not bad.
Right.
Working hard on it.
Right.
And now he's all the way up to 70%. I think it ranks 4th in the league right now.
You can live with that.
That'll work.
Yeah.
He's had some shaky games this year, but his accuracy has been mostly pretty consistently on target.
Right.
Okay, so I'm going to give you that. But I'm not going to back off on Baker because Baker has turned it back around. So I'm going to stick with what I thought before the draft. You might move Josh Allen up however high you want to.
Right, because he went 7th, so you say you take him 2nd.
Okay, you would. And you like Sam Darnold. I didn't, but now I think we're both pretty much still out on Sam Darnold, right? Would you take?
I'm more out on Adam Gase than I am Sam Darnold.
Well, you could make that case. But obviously, Josh Allen was the second, to me, just barely the second best quarterback in the draft. So let's look at what has happened to Baker Mayfield. He had a terrific rookie year. I look at the Pro Football Focus grades. You hate Pro Football Focus right now, but again, their rookie grade on him was one of the best they've ever had for a rookie in limited time.
Right.
But he has faced and had to live with and deal with coaching chaos right from the start. Hugh Jackson says during Hard Knocks his rookie year, I know you're the first pick in the draft, but you're not going to start for me. I'm going with Tyrod. Remember this?
Yes.
And then Hugh ends up getting fired sort of midstream, and then Baker's furious with Hugh, and he's pointing at him when they're winning at Cincinnati. And Baker had a terrific finish to his rookie year. And then all of a sudden, the spokesman for Progressive Insurance went regressive in his second year. And I'm going to attribute most of that decline, precipitous decline, to Odell.
I thought you were giving it to Freddie K.
Nope, that didn't help. But Odell Beckham Jr. joins the Browns. And look, Baker idolized Odell. He wanted to kind of be Odell. He wanted to socialize, party with him. And he definitely want to make sure that he force-fed him the football during football games to the detriment of the offense. And he started getting so Odell-centric to me that you're like, are you open? No, can I get it to you? And after a while, you can't operate like that because he was so good as a rookie spreading the football, seeing the he's more of a first-read quarterback. He is mobile, and he's starting to figure out how to be more pocket mobile just by staying in the pocket and buying a little bit of time. But look at these numbers. So Odell's with him for the 16 games last year, and they both played 16 games, and Baker was, as you know, horrendous.
Correct.
Then we come to this year, and the first 6 games, Baker was still horrendous with Odell. Then I'm knocking on wood for Odell's recovery. I don't wish this upon anybody, but starting after 6 games, in Game 7, the last 6 games that we've seen him play, Odell got hurt early in the Cincinnati game, and Baker took off. So look at these numbers, again, from Pro Football Focus. So his passing grade for the first 6 games was 57.3. It's all the way up for the last 6 games to 90.6. So he went from 4th worst to 3rd best in the league, says Pro Football Focus.
2 of those games against Cincinnati.
Okay, and he just lit them up twice. With he had a 98 and 97 QBR against Cincinnati. I give you that.
Now, Tennessee, I'll give you Tennessee.
I know. But now his what they call big-time throws, he went from 20th in the league to 2nd in the league in the last 6 games in big-time throws. And you hate these stats, but turnover-worthy plays, he was 3rd to last in the first 6 games. Now he's all the way up to 6th in turnover-worthy throws. So something has completely flipped. A switch got flipped. No Odell, it clarified. This is no knock on Odell's ability. It's just that they had too much of a good thing because they had Jarvis already. Now Jarvis is clearly the solo primary receiver.
The biggest thing that helped Allen is the trade for Stephon Diggs.
For sure. No, he loves Stephon. He trusts him.
And well, you know what else? Oh, Measly Beasley. I don't know if you've been watching, but Beasley cooking.
Is he?
He got the most touchdowns for somebody 5'8" or shorter receiving touchdown.
He threw him 11 balls last night and measly caught 9 of them for 130 yards.
He had 100 and something at the half. So I think that was the biggest addition.
We miss you, Cole.
Yeah, no,
we're good.
You wanted the guy they got from Green Bay. You was like, oh yeah, give me him. Randall Cobb. Oh, I want. I said, Skip. Measly Beasley. He's showing y'all. He said, I just want to go somewhere to show him what I can do.
He's got guts, man.
That was the biggest thing, Skip. But for me, so you believe that Baker has a bigger upside than Josh Allen?
I do, and it's on intangibles. It's on spark. It's on leadership. It's on, and again, Baker can front run, but he can front run with the best of them. If you give him some momentum, all of a sudden he's doing the drum major up the field, and he can back it up. I saw him do it at Oklahoma. I saw the team just rally around. In fact, what Hugh loved about him was, he said the first day I went down to scout him at Oklahoma to check him out before his pro day, he walked into their locker room facility and did some weird, like, whistle, and everybody whistled back to him. Said he's like the Pied Piper. Well, he can be. I think he's a stronger leader for a team, which gives him a higher, higher ceiling, I think, to take a team farther than Josh can take it.
Yeah, it's going to be hard for me not to see that young man have that C on his chest next year. But Skip, the throws that he made, remember that throw that almost won the game in Arizona to Stephon Diggs? Skip, he can fly that throw. And he's perfect for Buffalo because you already know Buffalo will get some terrible weather. And he got the kind of arm that can negate that weather. Rain, snow, wind, it won't affect him.
Hey.
And now that he got Diggs.
Okay, I got it. All the tangibles are there. The intangibles are there. That man has some magic to him. He does.
I don't know, Skip.
Yes,
I think getting off script, 17 is better than 6.
I'll still take 6. I'll go farther with 6 than you can go with 17.
Nah, hold on. So you ain't pick Cleveland to go to you go to think about picking Cleveland to go to the Super Bowl.
No, but
you
I
thought
didn't
about picking that guy going to the Super Bowl.
Okay, but I didn't know Odell was going to be out of the picture either. I said it first thing. I first guessed it. It's not a good fit for Baker to have Odell.
Well, Josh Allen, Skip, he impressed me. I mean, I've watched him a couple of times this year. It's going to be interesting to see what he do against Coach Belichick the second time around.
Okay, but if you watch Josh at Tennessee versus Baker at Tennessee, there's a big difference in those two games.
Yeah, Tennessee had an off game.
Okay.
All right, Shannon, I actually want to talk to you about your guy, LeBron, because he actually admitted that Kyrie Irving, he hurt his feelings a little bit.
That
Break
was-
down